around those front main stairs. There's a lot that can be done also to counter it far in this series. No surprise, Heartbreacher on one side, a band Glass. Okay, well, we'll see.
It's probably the giveaway. Got away. Swung around on the cover of the shield. There's the catch at the end of Pino. The exploding phone was actually what did the final bit there.
One bomb site, one in the other. And then just execute.
Yeah, pulled themselves up towards the hold. I mean, there is one bit back the other way, but Wizard just make sure that they keep that body balancing towards their favor. Lobin, all that's left, hopped up on the bed, being surrounded. They're going for the plant itself. He can get a rotate, but ooh, that was a very lovely double. He's going to sprint on towards the player a split second too late, but he gets him whilst blind.
Look at the HPs.
He's going to go for the call, answers the phone, pulls it off. He knows he's on a very narrow fight here. He's going to see if he can sort of rotate round, get the catch. How aware is he? 30 seconds to play with, but it's Pino. Ha! Safe game as the Flashes start to try and echo their way in, but they haven't been able to find that direct route in. Think about how it was a steady approach here. It's actually the first that goes in towards Palu's favor. They're going to get themselves the width and want an aggressive step in. They caught the cover and then went, right, whilst we have him, let's finish him off for Hates. Just delivers some mail from far out. It was in the previous round. What can they do now without that? Let alone the man deficit.
Oh. 8. That's 2 kills for him with that F2. Look, you've lost the shield. Well, you've lost the Deimos now. This is going to be very difficult now for NIP to pull this off, unless Hates has anything to do about it. He's just flooded straight in towards that default position. Going to try and look for that plant. It's up to Pino to cover. Gets one. Doesn't get the second. No, Paulu's there, but Hates comes off and just swings. This
is always, I'm not going to say a dead role within a team, but it's a role that's seen a lot less. There's a trade out. One each. They'll take each other to the afterlife, but that sort of still plays into the favor of NIP, obviously. That's another defender gone. That's Palu gone. Fantasy's job is to get in those kind of engagements and at least gets one for his trouble. Wizard, though, almost gets caught outside, but in the meantime, Pino comes around the back of Lobin, gets the finish on towards him. Now they're going for the plant.
Wow. I mean, this is a very early plant, too, from NIP. Minute was left, and the diffuser's now gone. 2v4. And you can see that Fluxo W7M, the 2 remaining players, just have no information. They have no idea what they're expecting here. Everyone is just watching each other. No cameras available, no information for them, and just rise swinging. I mean, they're making a heck of a play for it. That's 2 kills back, 20 seconds remaining, but there's still 2 more to find. Hate's in a great position with F2 to cover that diffuser, and gets the kill onto Dots, and Dodez now has it all to do with that TCSG. Hate, is he going to find another? He should do with the F2 at this range, and he will. I mean, that F2.
You know, in terms of the removal, pretty standard.
See if he can try and do it again. He's going to get smoked out, though. Pushed in towards Horse. Takes a lot of damage. Wizard, though, is able to find Dots, who was cut in towards that corner right beside Horse. So, with a smoke, will try and block off the bathroom door and try and go deep in towards the site. He's going to smoked out again. Look at his HP. Anything can kill him. He was thinking about an ADS. But there's 2 players. But that's good information. No, he walks back into the smoke. Basetta, what are you doing?
Struggling. H is able to once again get another first tally. It's a 3 versus 2. The balance is something into the favor of NIP once again. They'll lose that first foot, but then they'll find a stronger footing. Swing round outside on towards Horse. Just buy themselves some time. 20 seconds. No kit. If the plan is being cemented, it's something they're going to have to try and reclaim in the 3 versus 1. All down Dodez, and they know exactly where he is. Force him out in towards the B site. Itself does get one. Great take, but look at the timer demo. Still no kit. Hates, he's finally gone and recollected it. He's going to see if he can try and get the plant down. Fantasy is obviously on the watch of the cover. They know where the Deimos is. He's just going to be close. Post-plant situation. Hates can peel himself back. Get nice deep position. Great take from Dodez. And again, another 1 versus 1. And again.
Solid Snake ready. Got the Deimos ready. It's looking very, very strong. And Fantasy actually going to go for a little bit of a jump in here. Right beside the site. Eno able to pick up the opening kill. Dots goes down. And Fantasy thought, okay, I'll just try and slip into sight. But no, he's been shut down. It's going to be a 4v4. Minute left. And for NIP, they have got control of Horse, so this is what they wanted. They wanted this side of the map.
Seto gets one, but Cons gets one right back. Nobody's able to get a clean foot forward, but Pino finally finds a break in the momentum, and Fluxo W7M have not been able to trade it at this point. One more smoke canister in pocket, 30 seconds to play on the back of it. And Loben, obviously almost clutched out one of those early 1v1s here. Baseto going for another plant. And that will not stop the plant itself, but they will catch the shield in the sort of make of the end of it, but he can't get any deeper in towards that smoke itself. A 2 versus 2 post plant, and they peel back. NIP, Pino and Hates, the two players who've been able to pop off and get clutches previously, find themselves either side of a bit of a shooting gallery here. Cons goes down. Loben, who almost won out in the clutch.
Over towards bathroom, and I mean, at this point, like, where do you go? Like, you've lost every site you've went. I mean, this is your third time now going bathroom. Maybe you feel as though this is the bomb site you're comfortable on, I guess, but
pick your
you try and do something and try and adapt. And Fantasy's already in the site, by the way.
Yeah,
he's dead, but how he slipped in again is just very dull here from NIP. They don't have that kind of same bite. However, there's been a down onto Loben, and I'd be surprised if he gets picked up and Pino able to finish him off. 15 seconds, and I think the information isn't going to be on the side here for NIP. Do they know the positions? Do they know where Cons is beside Bathroom? No, they don't, as he peeks up behind the half wall and finds 2 for his triples. Almost the third, but Paulu's there to give
one of these maps and this game, or sorry, each one of these rounds, and this game from them now that they swapped over to the defensive side, and they learned from the Fluxo mistakes. And
obviously this man, somebody wants to make a play. It will be Paulu. Just gonna wait. In the meantime, Start's able to get one. Paulu, he's got 1 canister left, and that is it. Smoke goes off, allows Dots to get himself in towards meeting. The wall is opened up, so they can try and work with it. However, that deployable shield, they have nothing to get rid of it, so that will be a big issue. Someone can just sit behind it inside a bathroom and just deny Fluxo W7M getting themselves in towards the site. Dots will find another. Here comes Paulu. Turn around, seeing if he can and find some picks. Odezo finds another. There's Withered Earth Fantasy, though, with 2. This is now where we're sat looking at NIP, but they have stabilized.
You know, not much time left. Baseto has the stairs on a lockdown, and we have a 6-1. Bring that round back in, so what do they do now? Do they have the confidence to try and do those again? Do they just sort of make sure they do their game 1 brick at a time? 1 round at a time, 1 kill at a time. Paolo gets the entry. Removes Baseto. Oh, and there's Dots getting a second inside the site. Pressure on. They've seen an opportunity. They're going to try and take it as best as possible. Sees the Thorn caught outside as well. And this one. They don't have the kit right now. They've got pretty much all the rest of the control. Should be able to just sort of hold inside the site and get that cemented. Hates, that's fine. 1 on the far side. So we can't really count the game done or the round done until Hates is done. The performance he's had so far, 15-4, but I have to try and make that even better and bigger. The plant is being secured. There's the breach, there's the attempt, there's the spray back, there's Palu getting a multi. So far. Who's going to be the first to get a bite? The shields are up, and it's actually a C4 over the top. Gets rid of that ace. Damage, but he's inside the fight and trying to sort of get a bit of a beat down. It's a trade out. 20 seconds. Oh, Dots gets himself a double down and 3 versus 3. The plant is being secured and they can't quite stop it. 2 shields still standing, but Loben is not. Caught out on the door, and there's the cross, and there's everybody else. NIP with Hates demonstrating a masterclass. At this point, fist bump. You do have to take the kid out, and you can.
Bino, good to see you again. Congratulations on the win. A big one for you and the team today. Talk to me about this game and how back and forth it was the whole time, because we're watching here kind of on the edge of our seats every single round.
It was a very good one. Winning 5 attacks on Fortress is really hard, so we're very proud of her performance today. And how we improved it. That map was a map that we struggled a lot on since it came out on the map pool. and we lost to FURIA on the grand finals last stage, and lost to FearX on SI. Since then, we didn't play much, and now we are confident enough to pick in the best of 3. So very proud of the attacks, and yeah, we played very good today. Hates was unstoppable, and he was not losing any gunfights, so that made it a lot easier for us.
Yeah, that was actually one of my questions, Pino. I remember when you told us that Cafe used to be your best map, and then you hit a slump, and then you decided to rework it, and then you just pulled off a 7-0. And then I thought of the same thing when I saw you guys pick Fortress. I was like, they didn't have the best record. Maybe they have a lot of time that they spent in reworking it. And I think that today you proved. Is that part of the small things that you were hiding going into the stage? That map being much better in your map pool?
Yeah, I think the teams that screamed us, they knew, but Fluxo, we didn't play them on screens pretty much because they were one of our first matches, so they didn't know. And so yeah, we did a lot of work on this off season, and paid off.
Yeah, I mean, we can see that. I know a lot of people will talk about Hates, and incredible performance from him, to be honest. He was the worst player yesterday against FaZe, and before that he had been so consistent. Can you let me know how he felt a little bit from the FaZe game where he struggled to this game today where he absolutely carried?
Yeah, I think that the FaZe match, it was not his fault or anybody specifically fault. It was the team fault. Like, we did a lot of silly mistakes. We are difficult in the game for everyone. We are not playing together. We're not getting info of their defenses on the prep phase. So we played very bad as a team, and the result was it was hard for everyone. So it didn't matter who got the kills or not. So he's a really dedicated player, and he went full god mode on this match.
He looked incredible today. So did you, actually, playing really well in this matchup. Not to talk about the future, I actually want to look back at the first two matches. We had great upsets today here in SAL. Were you expecting any of them to go the way that they have, with how close Imperial got, with how loud we're able to take down Liquid?
Sorry, it stopped working myself. Can you repeat, please?
Well, I want to look at the previous match to take your opinion on this. I don't know if you saw the FURIA Imperial match and Loud Liquid. Were you expecting this sort of upsets today in the way that they went down?
Yeah, I think that Loud, with the recent changes, they changed their play style as well. Yeah, they use it to play so slow and passive on defense. Now they're playing more aggressive and doing more fast-paced stuff on attack. And I think that, yeah, I kind of expected it, but it was mostly because of the map. I don't know why Liquid play labs against them. It's maybe their best map, and Liquid was trying to add labs to their map pool. It was clearly the weakest map since forever of that lineup. So I don't know what happened to the veto to get labs replayed. So yeah, when I see labs, I already knew lot would win.
There you go. Something to look at for your next matchup. We'll be playing against Imperial. Of course, they took FURIA to overtime today, though. Pino, thank you very much. Hope to see you next week. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
And then another one here. And then the last thing that we can really learn here from this match is that whenever something goes wrong with the team, they can always have someone that is going to step up and win those late rounds. And even though that, I think that there are a few weeks right now. So as of week 2, we're maybe starting to discount them from that conversation after this Hates today, like we've said really for the past hour. Both are casters.